Alright, today, beef curry, brisket, and to be healthy, I did get a veggie. Okay, I did get a veggie, and then, give me a second here. Wow. Oh, I've been working so much these days, I'm not even joking. This is the beef curry right here, well, like right here. And then, they also threw in a lemon tea, which was quite nice of them, not gonna lie. And so the lid is out, and I don't even know how to maneuver this. This is my first time ordering like beef curry or curry like this, because as you guys can go out there and see, well, hang on, if I can even get underneath here. Well, I actually can't. There's like 2 layers to this. It's almost like a booby trap. Kind of like Jenga almost. So I think the rice is actually on the bottom of all this. Alright, so we got the rice right here. And then we actually had this first layer of the booby trap right here. This was actually on top of the rice. And I'm starving because I just got out of the gym. And this is the classic Cantonese style. See how much of this I can get. The classic Cantonese style beef curry. Oh. Mm. Oh. This place is legit. Holy moly. I'm gonna take a little photo of this. This rice is legit. Oh my gosh. Curry is actually all over Asia, the rest of Asia. You know, it's actually a very funny story. You guys can go out there and fact check me on this, but I remember when I was studying history that I remember reading this story that like the Brits, as they colonized India, and British sailors they liked curry so much they brought it over to Japan when they were over there. Because I think there was a time the Japanese Navy, I think pre-World War I and II, they were just trying to bring in all these military experts. When they brought them in, to I think consult, and the Japanese Navy thought it was so interesting that they liked it so much, the taste, they had their own version of it. After the company gets acquired, I'm just gonna spend my time studying weird stuff like that. I actually didn't even know this until like I think when I got a little bit older, which was it's also like a huge Indian and Pakistani and South Asian population in Hong Kong, because Hong Kong used to be British territory, and they brought in they were brought in to, a lot of them served as actually police officers. They speak fluent Cantonese. I think it's freaking amazing. People have been DMing me on Instagram. It's like, Rich, why do you eat so many of your meals at home? And I was like, huh? The reason for that is as I'm trying to navigate where I want to be. The first spot that I grabbed was in this neighborhood called Shangwan, and it was great because it was right next to like all the bars and the clubs and everything. But the location was unbeatable, but it was really small. And then I prioritized space. So this time around, but it was okay. It was an okay building. It wasn't bad. Definitely was not the room that was advertised. Before that, I was in Wan Chai. Location-wise, is amazing, but the building was really, really old. It was not Instagram worthy at all. The building and the furnishings here, new, but it's away from everything. What? Next to the zoo. So, I have to get everything delivered. If I want to go out, I basically got an Uber right now. Which I don't mind, because there's a lot of hills on Hong Kong Island. So it's not so much about like, I can like walk down, but it's like walking back up. That's killer. And it's cold. This LA, but I have the heater blasting right now. This is when you know you've been eating way too much meat and bad stuff. Is like vegetables starts tasting good. Oh my gosh. We get done with the vegetables, and then we go out there and get them protein. All this for $6.50, and it's delivered, and they threw in a lemon tea is amazing. And it's still piping hot. Oh my gosh. Perfect post-workout. We just want that protein. Mm. Mm. Oh, I don't know why my eyes are itching right now. Hmm. So, why am I doing more mukbang on top of talking about everything else that I talk about? My team actually started telling me to do it. And because part of monetizing like your own personal brand, which in my racket right now, I started off after I graduated from school. After I graduated, I started off doing recruiting, tech recruiting stuff. And this was amazing too. This is a very Cantonese flavor drink. I started off doing tech recruiting, and when I was in tech recruiting, I went from recruiting to ultimately career coaching and into, boot camp for product management, and then from boot camp, product management boot camp, to tech sales to cybersecurity, to showing people how to monetize their own personal brand. How did that transition basically come to pass? Well, I'll tell you how. Not to brag, but I know everything that there is to getting a product manager job from my recruiting background. And I had the sales training, the personality, the insight, and honestly, the pure grit to be able to do as many calls and meetings with people to get them to believe that my company and myself, my team, was able to deliver. But like a lot of really good restaurants in New York, or just in any other major city, right? Just because you're a good restaurant doesn't mean you stay in business. You have to know how to get customers. You have to know how to generate leads. That's actually when I started studying a lot about Alex Hormozy, because I realized that a lot of people in the boot camp and career coaching space, they were largely stagnant, and I wanted to, automate and remove myself from the business a little bit and scale. And they weren't teaching that in school. So you got to go ahead and find that knowledge. When I was able to do that, I basically put a lot of that content out there, and I started getting other boot camps and career coaches reaching out to me. That's basically how this whole thing started. You take something that you know, and then you kind of move beyond it. And plus, what I saw was I was doing a better job than most of these other agencies that were saying they could deliver results. I talked to and hired a lot of them. They all sucked. They all suck. Some of them are good. I would say less than 5% of the total population of the agency space that's supporting the coaching industry are good. And It's not that they don't know what they're doing. It's most of them just don't give a shit anymore. So that's where I guess my team and I come in. Kind of help out. But then I had to realize that in this space, people have to like get to kind of know you too. So people do business with people that they like. Know, like, and trust. And before they get to trust you, they have to kind of get to like know you. That's the way that my marketing team explained this to me. Because they're like, that's a differentiator. So I was like, huh. Why not just give it a shot? Besides, constantly talking about getting jobs and like increasing enrollments and revenue is like kind of boring. People kind of want to be able to like kind of know who you are as a human being, right? Hmm. 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 Now I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Such a grateful day. Hmm. There's so much good stuff happening. Hmm. 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 This curry is legit. So, one of my cousins, he married into an Indian family. My expectation of Indian food just shot up after that because I think I was eating so well with them. Oh my gosh. LA Indian food is like, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty basic. An amateur. Indian food in Toronto rocks. New York, better than LA, but not the best. Are you talking about outside the motherland? London. Holy moly. Mm. Mm. There is a spot out here in Hong Kong though, it's called Chat or Chot. I think it's CHAAT. That place is legit too, but I'm probably gonna get trolled by people. But it's like a very Instagram worthy spot because you'll just see all these like influencers like taking photos there. Oh man. This is an interesting spoon. It's made out of complete paper. Not very user friendly. That's what we call bad product design. Well, back to the grind. Back to the grind. back on working on the money printing machine because we're about to print. Let's just print cash, man. 2025. Oh my god. This meal is legit. I'm gonna get some work done. Bang out. I got another 2 more calls in New York. Do a little stretch rest and manifesting. And probably just get a cardio session going on down there because I want to sweat a little bit. But it's very common custom for Chinese people to have their place cleaned out before the New Year's. We're ready to go. Man, we're ready. We're so ready right now. Oh my gosh. For all my Chinese and Asian brothers and sisters celebrating Chinese New Year, some people call Lunar New Year. I'm hoping everybody health, wealth, love, and abundance, success, all of it for 2025. 2025 is going to be one for the books. 2025 is going to be one for the books, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm like so happy with this like boss school offer that we have because like I largely like the people that I work with in terms of helping them get jobs, because if you do the work, you basically really do get the job. And like I'm just like so happy, like, I kind of started it because like I want to keep working with these people that I think are so awesome. There's a lot of people that complain they're not like ready to do the work, but like overall, I hosted a coaching call today. People, Rich, but why? Just go out there, just drop it, drop the content, and if you don't, that's okay, because I will. And yeah, the more content you're dropping, like, it'll all come back. People always ask me something, and it's just another way of saying what's the better way of doing it is just starting it. It's really just starting it. Stop procrastinating. You're not doing yourself any favors. So, see you in school. Don't be late to school. Don't forget to subscribe.